Tata is a company whose capital is $24 billion more than the total economy of Pakistan. And it is even more than the total GDP of some countries. Tata is one of the biggest companies in India and is #1 in the world in terms of doing charity. Tata has donated up to $103 billion, which is approximately 83,000 crores in Indian rupees. Tata is in almost every field, from cars to aeroplane. Tata manufactures salt, tea, and many other things too. You can guess the power of Tata from the fact that, after the end of the World War, a British officer had said that Tata Steel saved us. Tata Steel was considered one of the purest steel exporter, but you will be shocked to know it takes more than 200 years to raise to this point. This journey is important not only for the students, but also for every person who wants to progress in any field. Let's start this video with this. Friends, this story starts with a boy who was born in Navsari, a small town of Gujarat. His father's name was Nusserwanji, and his mother's name was Jeevanbai Tata. Jamsetji Tata was born in a Parsi family, whose ancestors were persecuted in Persia, so they came to India to seek refuge. After coming to India, he followed a traditional path, but his father was the first Persian who left his cultural heritage and came to Mumbai, but not alone. Jamsetji Tata and his mother were also with him. Since childhood, Jamsetji was an observer. He used to observe the surrounding areas. Jamsetji used to work with his father since he was just 14. Jamsetji Tata's father used to work as a Zoroastrian priest, but later he thought of doing something different, due to which he came to Mumbai. But his name was educated. Due to his old age, he did face some problems. He became so frustrated with all these things that he thought that he would not let his son Jamsetji go through all this. That is, when Jamsetji started helping his father in his work at the age of 14, at that age his father sent him outside to study. Jamsetji took admission in Elphinstone College, and during his studies, he married Hirabai Dabu. Friends, Jamsetji Tata was completing his graduation when a terrible rebellion broke out in India in 1857, which shook the base of British rule. Seeing this rebellion, the British became very angry, and they used all their strength to break this rebellion. They started beating people and putting them in jail. Meanwhile, 1858 came. He graduated in the year 1858, after which he returned to India and started helping his father in his work. Jamsetji Tata felt very bad after seeing this. While all the other people wanted to fight the British rule and demand independence, Jamsetji Tata thought of helping them in a different way. Exactly 10 years after 1858, in 1868, he started his first business with 21,000 rupees. First of all, he bought a bankrupt oil factory and transformed it into a cotton factory and changed its name to Alexander Mill. After 2 years, he sold it with huge profits. With this money, he set up a cotton factory in Nagpur in 1874. Friends, meanwhile, Queen Victoria had achieved the title of Queen of India in those days. I don't know who gave her this title and why did she give it. I mean, the one who occupies the house still is called a queen. Well, Jamsetji also saw profit in this. Understanding the times, the factory was named Empress Mill. Empress means empress. Friends, it was true that Jamsetji was growing very fast. Jamsetji was obsessed with 3 great ideas in his life. He wanted to open an iron and steel company, one hydroelectric power generating plant, and creating a world-class educational institution that would tutor Indians in the sciences. But due to his poor health, he could not fulfill these dreams and he died in the year 1904, after which his legacy was taken over by his son D.R.J. Tata. He thought of fulfilling all 3 dreams of his father. That is why in 1907, he thought of setting up an iron and steel factory. Dorabji Tata had decided that he would set up an iron and steel plant, but he could not find any place that would be strategically suitable. After a lot of research, he found a place where there was good wall. It was connected to the railways, and there was a lot of stock of iron and steel. The place, which was Jamshedpur. Dorabji Tata started working on this in 1907 itself, after which he took loans from many people. Despite taking loan, the iron steel plant was not completed there. But Dorabji Tata was so firm on his words that he sold his house and car to set up this plant. Seeing this move of Tata, all the other businessmen were shocked. Later, when this plant was built and ready, it made Dorabji Tata one of the richest men of that time. At the time of World War, when Britain's imports from America stopped, Dorabji Tata supplied iron and steel to Britain. After the end of the World War, Lord Chelmsford, the Viceroy of India at that time, said that Tata Steel had helped him a lot in the war. World War once again brought Dorabji Tata back to great heights. Dorabji Tata played a crucial role in realizing his father's vision of setting up an integrated steel plant in India. Under his guidance, Tisco became the first integrated steel plant in Asia and laid the foundation for the growth of the Indian steel industry. Going forward, Tata Group expanded a lot. Later, JRD Tata established Tata Airlines, which we know today as Air India. Yes, first Tata had established this airline. Tata Airlines was started in 1932, but after getting independence in 1947, the Indian government thought that it would take some companies under the Indian government, in which Tata Airlines was also there. Later, the name of Tata Airlines was changed to Air India. When the Indian government asked JRD Tata to hold the position of chairman, he agreed. And in this way, it was Tata who gave the first airline to independent India. In the 1960s, Tata Group opened companies in many different sectors. These companies also included Tata Steel, Tata Chemical, Tata Power. Now the time had come in 1962, and Ratan Tata, a new name, was about to enter the Tata industry. Ratan Tata worked like a management trainee in 1962. He helped some companies which were sinking like Nalco. This company used to make radios, but where a few years ago this company used to have 20% market share, it came down to only 2% in the 1970s. At the same time, Ratan Tata was asked to revive this company. Ratan Tata believed that if he wanted to revive Nalco, he would have to invest in new technology, and he did this too. Within 3 to 4 years, Nalco was brought back to 20%. The share came to 100%, and by 1975, Nalco was completely transformed. Seeing this work of Ratan Tata, all the people working in Tata Group were quite impressed, but ultimately, emergency was imposed due to which the water pipes had to be closed. But due to this, Ratan Tata's talent came to the fore, and everyone came to know about Ratan Tata's capability. After this, he was made the head of Tata Steel. By the year 1991, Ratan Tata started growing almost all the companies. That is why, 1991 itself, he was made the chairman of Tata Group. In the same year, liberalization was also done in India, due to which now outside companies could provide their goods and services in India also. Tata Group was a big market player in India. Hence, it quickly started taking its shares in other companies so that no outside companies could buy the Tata companies by buying the shares of the Tata Group companies, due to which the Tata Group could survive even in such bad times. It is because of this globalization that Ratan Tata thought of expanding Tata in foreign countries also. And this was a very good opportunity which gave Ratan Tata a chance to expand his business all over the world. Ratan Tata rapidly opened branches of his company all over the world. In the year 2008, Ford, a car company which used to make luxury cars, had to face a huge loss, due to which this company was going to become bankrupt. Ratan Tata bought this company for $2.3 billion. Despite such immense success, Tata Group still has to face many losses. Like in the year 2008, Ratan Tata saw a man who was traveling with his family on a scooter with great difficulty. Seeing his problem, Ratan Tata thought that he had to solve this problem. Hence, he created a car which he named Nano. It was launched, but it was marketed as if it was meant only for poor people, which did not please people as they thought that their name would be tarnished. Apart from this, many such incidents also happened, due to which Nano got many wrong reviews, due to which people did not like to buy Nano, even though it was much safer than a scooter. This is one of the failures of Ratan Tata. Despite this, today Tata Group is at #1 place in the world in terms of donating money. Apart from this, I told you the story of Ford when their employees were asked which company they would like to join. Most of them selected Tata Group of companies. This was because Tata creates a very good environment for its employees. Those who do not let them feel that they are working